raging war in Ukraine has left Finland concerned about its own border security. Prime Minister Sanna Marin claims wide support within the Finnish Parliament to build a fence on the Nordic country's border with Russia. She said, and I quote, "It is a question of securing proper surveillance of Finland's eastern border in the future. We want to ensure that we have sufficient support for our border guard force to carry out effective and appropriate border control. In addition, we need to be prepared for any disruptive situations." Unquote. Finland shares a 1,340-kilometer long border with Russia, the longest of any European Union member. Helsinki is concerned about large-scale and illegal cross-border migration, stemming from Putin's war in Ukraine. Finnish media claims the project is backed by Marin's center-left coalition government as well as the opposition parties. The Marin government said it would soon bring the project forward through a supplementary budget. A decision will soon be taken on a pilot section of the fence, nearly 3 kilometers long, and will be built quickly if approved. However, a decision on building the entire fence may be postponed due to the general election in April 2023. In September, the Finnish border guard recommended building a wall on a part of Finland's border with Russia. Currently, the border has only a few small fences to prevent cattle from crossing. However, the proposed fence would cover 10 to 20% of Finland's eastern border, which amounts to 130 to 260 kilometers. The fence will cover areas that have been identified as potential risks for large-scale migration from Russia. The fence will be built in southeastern Finland, which sees the most border traffic to and from Russia. Some sections are also likely to be built around the border stations in the north of the country. The construction of the fence would take up to 4 years, and is expected to cost several hundreds of millions of dollars. According to Helsinki, the first year of construction of the wall is set to cost $138 million. Finland has spent 8 decades under the shadow of the Soviet Union and Russia, and still remains wary of Moscow's belligerence. However, tensions between Helsinki and Moscow escalated after Finland applied for NATO membership. Finland's condemnation of Putin's invasion of Ukraine has also become a point of conflict between the two nations. In recent months, a large number of Russians fleeing Putin's draft have reportedly crossed the border into Finland. According to reports, over 17,000 Russians crossed the border into Finland in September alone. Finland also cut the number of tourist visas issued to Russians by 90% since early September. Finland is a serious military power that has been unofficially aligned with the West for decades. In fact, Finland has also joined 14 other NATO countries in the ongoing nuclear exercise called the Steadfast Noon. Experts say, Finland and Sweden's NATO membership will redraw Europe's security map and pose a challenge to Russia. Finland joining NATO will double the alliance's existing borders with Russia, which has security implications for Moscow. Experts have warned that Russia may perceive NATO expansion on its northern flank as an existential threat to its security. Putin recently deployed 11 bombers, capable of carrying nuclear weapons, to Russia's Olynya air base, near Finland. Earlier, Russia warned of a military technical response if Sweden and Finland join NATO. Experts say Moscow could violate Finland's airspace and disrupt its activities at sea, including shipping.